Shalom. My hotep. Namaste. Free the land, beloved. Come on in, come on in, come on in. My name is Vicki Dillard, and I'm a very proud contributor right here on FlyNubianQueenTV.com, the network for melanated people just like you. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our broadcast today. We're so pleased that you have joined us. Y'all, we got some stuff to talk about. Do you hear me? You all know full well, very well, right, that we are at war. But the purpose of me telling you this is not about disempowering you. It's about you understanding the time so that you know what must be done in this time, because there's a changing of the gods, not just a changing of the guards, but the changing of the gods, meaning one with force and power. There's a new sheriff. There's a new ruler, and it's going to be those who are considered to be the least of these. Those of us that were last, we're getting ready to be first. Somebody talk black to me. But just a little bit of housekeeping before we get started. Dear family, our family here in the U.S. and around the world, thank you so much for joining us. Help me do this little bit of housekeeping, family, and then we'll get ready to get started. And I see your amazing compliments, family. Y'all are so sweet. I'm telling you, I don't suffer from low self-esteem even when I was 70, 80 pounds heavier. Somebody talk black to me. Walaikum salam, SM, for your gift. Just wanted to let you know, wow, you absolutely enjoyed it. Was at the conference. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Stay tuned because I'm looking to do a 2-hour special webinar on where the wealth is located in the woman. We're going to be discussing that soon. We're preparing for that now. Thank you all for your compliments. I don't suffer from low self-esteem, but you guys sure make me know. You make me blush. Do you hear me today? And I want to say thank you all so much. I do it for you. Thumbs up, would you, family? I see your beautiful hearts. Mwah. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Be sure to like. Be sure to share. You can text the word Queens to 31996 so that you're able to receive phone notifications when we go live from time to time. Also, we want you to know that we have a store at shopfnq.com. That's shopfnq.com, where you can receive all types of amazing black apparel. And of course, with this being February, this is such an amazing time to have pro-black products, and we want you to be sure to check it out. Also, dear family, I am growing my spiritual group, my metaphysical group, my magical group. Thank you for your gifts and your kind words at clubvicky.com, clubvicky.com. Every week, family, I drop a special metaphysical or spiritual principle, and I elaborate on it. And in that session on Wednesday nights, you have direct access to me to answer questions. But don't fear if you're not available Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. Just know that when you pay, you have automatic access to every week. So you're still going to get the goods. So you hear me? Join today at clubvicky.com. We always draw and connect the correlation between our spiritual life and our natural life. And you don't want to miss the jewels that are dropped. Naturally, Tura, she said, ready for my war briefing, Queen. Thank you for your $50 gift and supporting Black Media, Fly Nubian Queen. That is, your gift is blessed 1,000-fold. Now that we've gotten our housekeeping done, family, and you continue to give us a thumbs up, like, and share, let's get right on into today's discussion. Now, I don't know how many of you all have been keeping up with the goings on of LeBron James lately. The brouhaha that only a Becky died today. A brouhaha that only a Becky can stir Are y'all hearing me today? But what I'm coming to know and what I'm training my dear sisters to do is that while it may be true that only Becky can start such a ridiculous, unfounded, and diabolical controversy that always has something to do with Black people, we need to start to emphasize this reality. Y'all ready for this new reality? That while it's true that only a Becky and a Karen and a Gretchen, somebody talk like to me, could stir such controversies. Somebody say it's only a Vicky. Somebody talk Black to me. It's only a sister. Y'all already got me. This is too early in the show to be slinging these curly braids. I know I'm doing the most. Somebody pray for me. I learned from an old school sister a long time ago. You know how somebody say, you something else. And usually when they tell you something else, they want you to run from it. Honey, I embraced the something else. I just got on and tell you before this conversation gets started, you seeing me mile away, you see me, you waving, hey, I said, I'm something else. Long distance before you get close. Just embrace the something else. Are y'all hearing me today? So dear family, we need to normalize the fact that yes, Karen may start some stuff, but honey, it's a sister that can put it out. It's a sister that can shut it down. We can be a fire extinguisher. Somebody talk Black to me and says, yes, Becky, you can stir up a whole bunch of madness involving our men and our people, honey, but we're going to help to shut it down. Somebody say, born for this. Where my sisters at? Where my sisters at to say we're born for this? And see, we're not tacky with it. See, we sisters, we're tacticians. Somebody say tacticians. We're strategists. So you're not going to be able to put us in just one category by saying that we're the angry Black woman, and we can be that too. See, we embrace that because we understand that when you call us that, you do that in order to neutralize our rightness and exposing you. You ain't running nothing. It's too early for this. See, we're tacticians. We're strategists. I've given you plenty of training on Becky training. Somebody talk Black to me. I've given you corporate training. I've showed you what to do when you're working at Walmart or a donut shop. I told you that no matter what position you're in and what you do, you're powerful. Didn't I teach you that even if you work at a donut shop, you are powerful? Didn't I tell you, especially when the goings on was happening and they continue to happen, when you find out that police officers tend to patronize fast food joints and donut shops? If you work there, you ought to be able to understand that you should know the police by name. You should know how to be wise. Know them by name. Hook them up. Be good to them. And then while you're being good to them, don't break no rules and regulations. Don't break the rules and regulations of the job that you own. Don't you break the rules and regulations. Are y'all with me? Look at my face. Don't break the rules and regulations and policies on your job. But when you're working that job, you know you ought to be able to get some intel that not everybody else can get. And you covertly know how to pass it on to the appropriate people in the Black community without exposing yourself. Somebody talk Black to me. Y'all feeling me today? Some of y'all may not know that. See, we always have new people watching. Sometimes my show is re-aired on other platforms. Some of you all come and go at different times. So some of you all miss stuff. So I have to repeat stuff. Plus, we are creatures of habit. We must repeat things all the time. Somebody talk Black to me. Shout out to our moderators that's in the digital building, our queen, Lioness Crown, and others. Big shout out to my VHive, Vicky Dillard fan page that's in the digital building. Welcome, dear family. All of our supporters on FlyNubianQueenTV.com. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And those of our affiliates and our associates, if you're watching us on another platform. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now, Vicky, get on with the get on. Now, let me just go ahead and get these disclaimers out the way. Because somebody say, because we follow the rules on Fly Nubian Queen. Somebody say we follow the rules. We're on different platforms. Are y'all hearing me today? And we understand that there are often, policies. There are different attempts, as it were, to censure. But somebody say not us. Somebody say we do our best to cross our T's and dot our I's. Are y'all hearing me today? We speak in code so we can still make our point and reach as many of our people as possible. Are y'all hearing me today? Now here we go. LeBron James had to end up, y'all, watch this, checking a Becky. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, personal use, tips, and balance in favor. So we cover ourselves here. Talk black to me. We cover ourselves here. Y'all hear me today? Because the last thing we need is somebody to say that we ain't following the rules. No, we show respect here. And this is the other thing. Let me just go ahead and put this out here while I'm setting this up. Let me just go ahead and put this on out here because this is what's clear. But ought to be clear. And that is Black folk have unfortunately been mislabeled and put in the same category as the white supremacists. We've been put in the same category as those that are true haters. Are y'all hearing me? You do not put the voices of intelligent and conscious Black people in the same category and talking about us exposing white supremacy, us exposing oppression, us exposing anti-Black racist tactics. I'm going to say that again. Us exposing anti-Black racist tactics. You don't get to turn around and say that we're the haters. You see how that's another white supremacist trick? The difference is 466 years. Somebody say 466 years. What do you mean, Vicky? Black folk have not oppressed you as a people. We haven't set your bodies on fire, ripped you in two, lynched you, destroyed you, stole you, kidnapped you, stole your labor, traumatized you, poisoned you through food, through water, through air, through the destruction, the strategic and methodical and intentional and deliberate destruction of our families, and hadn't let up since. We're the only ones that have not received reparations. This is a side note, and I know I shouldn't be going here right now because I'm going to get ready to talk about LeBron James and his Karen. I promise you I'm going to talk about it. However, the part that gets me, y'all, I was watching, while I'm pulling this up, I promise you I'm pulling this up. While I was watching, here it is. The news today. When I was watching the news, watch this. I saw a Black lady who was commentating, and they were talking about all of the demands that's on Joe Biden with the immigration stuff. And how, watch this, this is a Black lady. It was a Black lady that was on there with a Hispanic lady. But it was a Black lady that made this comment. Are y'all ready for this? And some of you all wonder, why does Vicky always go after Lom? Why am I always exposing these catastrophic and very dangerous and reckless Lom members? It was a Hispanic woman and it was a Black woman. The Hispanic woman was up there talking about all the stuff that Joe Biden needs to be doing. She was talking about the separation of the families, right? When Trump was in office and the illegal immigrants that broke federal law to get here, how when they put them in a detention facility, some of the families were separated and some of them hadn't been reunited with their families. So the Hispanic lady was talking about that, and so was the Black lady. But the Black lady said this. Watch this. Gorgeous, stunning, beautiful, dark, beautiful. So she had a beautiful red lip on. Brothers, y'all ain't gonna understand what that's about, but just it's all right. Y'all, the sister, this was today. The sister says what's coming out of the Biden administration is basically insufficient to addressing the catastrophe that the Trump administration created when they separated these families. Watch this. This Black lady said, while talking about illegal immigration, the Black lady said, did I say she was Black? The Black lady said, we, meaning America, needs to make, and I'm using her exact word, restitution to these families now. I lie not. She used the word restitution. Because of the harm, she said, that we caused to these families. Now, I've seen this lady on different shows on MSNBC. Even though I don't watch her, I'm sure I may have missed her many times on other shows, but I've seen her a few times. I don't think it's a stretch to say she's never said, America needs to make restitution to the true founders of America, who are foundational Black Americans, descendants of American slaves, Black natives, or whatever label you want to use to refer to the original man and the original woman, whose labor and prowess was used to build and create and bring into existence the United States. I'm going to get ready to talk about LeBron, but y'all know I have to take these little, what is it? Go off on these rabbit trails and stuff. The sister, skin popping, lip popping, hair popping. Y'all, I was getting ready, to be honest with you. Had my little stuff sitting out on the counter doing, you know how we do our little makeup and stuff, trying to do it and stuff. I be watching them young girls, on YouTube to help me. And when I heard her say, y'all, I had to step out and look at the TV. The Black woman was criticizing the Biden administration, not just the Trump, for the catastrophe that Trump's administration created, because the families are separated. They don't know where the families are still. She said what's coming out of the Biden administration is insufficient and that we need to make restitution, she said, now, for the harm we've caused those families. She says we need to make restitution for people that violated the law, for criminals. I believe that if you're dealing with a true catastrophe in your country, that you ought to be able to flee to another country. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is how can you make it make sense that this is the right thing to do for people that broke the law and that are not citizens, but you're not making the same case for people that founded the country, and almost 500 years later, we have no restitution, and America has failed to cease and desist her oppression of us. Somebody talk Black to me. Do y'all understand that? That's the reason why y'all get on my nerves. Assata Shakur, America was torturing her just like she was torturing a lot of other Black folk. At the time, Assata Shakur, who's with the Black Liberation Army, formerly with the Black Panther Party, when she was set up and law enforcement and a number of government officials lied on her, saying that she shot a police officer, had something to do with his murder. It was impossible, of course, forensics-wise, because her hand was up and they shot her. She was tortured in America. Literally tortured. They tried to kill her. When she fled to Cuba, that kind of situation makes sense. But it was a lot of white Cubans, white Hispanic Cubans, that voted for Trump, and many of them said the reason we voted for Trump is because we believe that the Democrats are communists, and we come from communism. That's why we fled the country. See, it's hard for us to believe y'all like that, because we're saying, you see that Donald Trump, and even before him, America, the oligarchs, was being very authoritarian. So how do you explain voting for someone that's manifesting the traits of an authoritarian, and that's still murdering black people. And then telling us, y'all open your arms. Your government was the one that opened your arms to Assad. And you want us to believe that you fled your country for legit reasons. Now, I'm not trying to say none of them did. Y'all feel what I'm saying? You fled to the country that's still killing black folk. Vicky, you are really on a tangent. Get to talking about LeBron. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, family. My name is Vicky Dillon. I'm typically here weekdays, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on FlyNubianQueenTV.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Vicky X Dillon. Now, I've already read the Copyright Act of 1976, right? I always say that because we're on different platforms. I always emphasize we follow the rules because we're an important black voice and we don't unnecessarily want to be censored. I know some of you all say, well, Vicky, go harder. Why don't you just say that? Because I'm being wise while still making my point so that we can continue to reach our people on some of these platforms while we're still building our own at the same time. Somebody talk black to me. Now, what went on? Can y'all see this? What happened, LeBron? What happened with LeBron? Y'all watch this. With LeBron, watch this. And what social media folk have dubbed, and it'll do, Courtside Karen. I still think it's too cute. It doesn't properly express the danger that she is. Can y'all see this?
The Cavaliers that set LeBron off in Cleveland.
Look.
This lady. Wow.
Look. I'm turning the volume down. Look. Watch again. One more time. Okay, did y'all see that? Did y'all see that Karen right there? Well, what happened, Vicky? Let me read to you. I'm actually going to read to you, believe it or not, from The Guardian. Watch this. Fans ejected. Somebody said, or rather rejected. I like that better because we know what ejected means. Removed from while being inside. Fans ejected after LeBron James confront unmasked Courtside Karen. Watch this. Where is this one at? It talks about how 4 fans were ejected from the Los Angeles Lakers game in Atlanta against the hometown Hawks on Monday night after a confrontation involving LeBron James. How many of y'all heard about that? Now watch this. Watch this. Family, keep liking and sharing, would you? Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Like and share, family. At the bottom of your screen, there's a share button. As you hit the share button, you can copy the share button. And you can paste it on your social media platforms. You can text it to someone. You can email it to someone very quickly. And let them know that the Vicky Show is on. Now, what I'm going to go to now, I'm going to read you this one from Vanity Fair. This one is about the Courtside Karen who heckled LeBron James is being investigated by the Atlanta Hawks. Now, mind you, before I came on, I found out that she hurried up and issued an apology. I went to her funny looking Instagram page. Somebody talk black to me. You know how Karens and them do. When it come down to their bag, they'll hurry up and say they sorry. But in the moment, she was being herself. Did y'all see her funny looking self out there on the floor? A woman LeBron James dubbed Courtside Karen was ejected from an NBA game between Atlanta Hawks and Los Angeles Lakers on Monday. Now, just the fact that LeBron is calling her Karen, that means he is very aware of the danger of these soft terrorists. Somebody say these soft terrorists. The fact that LeBron is calling her Karen, everybody knows that means that black folk, no matter where we are in society, we understand the danger of these soft terrorists. The reason why I call them soft terrorists is because you don't expect them to be one. God today. Did y'all catch that deepness in real simple terms? I call them soft terrorists because these encounters and these incidents, sometimes I call them close Karen encounters. I said sometimes I call them close Karen encounters. And the reason why I call them close Karen encounters are those that don't end up with the police involved and the black person being handcuffed, murdered, killed, or shot. So in the instances where the black person is not carried away by the police, I call it a close Karen encounter. The reason I call them soft terrorists, and they are terrorists, is because they are harassing, they are bullying, they are creating or trying to create an encounter with you and law enforcement in order to destroy and mess up your life. And look how they do it. Karen doesn't show up like her man or her son with the AK-47 typically. Now, some of them showed up to the Capitol like that the other day on the 6th. But when we see these Karens and these Beckys and stuff, they show up when you barbecuing at the park, public park. They show up while you're at Kroger and Whole Foods. You're trying to get into the apartment where you pay rent and you have a key, and she's standing there in front of the door and won't let you. Y'all talk black to me. Somebody just put, while you're selling water, y'all better talk black. Y'all remember that Karen that tried to get that little black child in trouble with the law for selling water. Y'all remember the other Karen who called the police on a black sister who was inside of a university where she pays tuition and goes to school. The sister dozed off while she was studying, and the Karen didn't know what she was doing there and called the police. Somebody else just said delivering food. Y'all already know. Y'all remember that Karen that didn't call the police. It was a Karen and a Kevin. Karen brought her man with her, where the black man and his uncle, I think, was some other black family member, but it's a brother. They didn't knock on the door. The brother and whoever the other black family member his was, they were renting, what are those places called, y'all, when you temporarily rent homes? So instead of, Airbnb, yeah, Airbnb type thing. The brother, I think it's his uncle, but to be honest, was inside the house. But they rented. The white people, the Karen and the Kevin and the Karen, did knock on the door. Say, knock, somebody. They just walked on in. The brother was laying on the couch. Wanted to know what he was doing there. That's right, gracefully blessed. Bird watching. Remember the brother? With his funny looking self. He was a buttery bussy bite. We went to town for his funny looking self, a Manhattan Karen. Remember the black man was bird watching. That should have told us everything we need to know. No disrespect, because we're the people of the word. This is our planet. So we have a harmonious relationship with creation. So I don't diss nobody for that. I'm a spiritual person, so I believe in the power of creation. But when I go to looking at you and you go to caping for Karen, and when it's time for the law to get her funny looking self, and she told you she was going to call the police, and she told you she was going to make up a lie that you tried to attack her. You sat up there and told us basically to stand down, and you weren't going to cooperate with the police, but they was going to look into her. Then I go back to say, okay, that's that bird watching. That's the bird watching energy. That's the only time I go to saying stuff like the bird watching. See, bird watching. That's that bird. See, that's the bird watching. Can somebody put some verbs in the chat? I love you back. Watch this. It's too many normal incidents of life. So the reason I call them a soft target is because you don't expect to be accosted. You don't think you're going to die that day because you barbecuing or you are in an Airbnb next door that you pay for and somebody just walk in. Or you at the university with the same Karen and she called the police because she wants to know why this black woman is at the college. Are you hearing me? But they're dangerous. These Karens activate the police. These Karens lie and do things that will destroy your career, give you a record. And when they give you a record, what is the intention of the record against you? So those of you that are too slow to understand what the new Jim Crow is, the new Jim Crow is not just the modern prison industrial complex. Lisa, I always learn so much from you. Thank you, Lisa. And I bless your gift, Lisa, 1,000-fold. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, family. Watch this. What you got to understand is, yes, that's a part of the new Jim Crow. But the main part of the Jim Crow family is when they can legally discriminate against you. When they make records, they want to make sure that you don't get public assistance so that you don't never level up. They make sure that you're not able to get the nice home that you want. They make sure that it affects your job. And they know that when you have a record, it's not only your housing, your money, your interaction with the government and the assistance that you may be due that may assist you for a season. But how does society treat you when a white supremacist entity gives you a record? Some of your own people treat you worse than the law. Like you have some sort of a scarlet letter. This is part of the legal discrimination, the new Jim Crow. That's what I call it. Not only that, they also do it so that they're able to either use you down the road later and make it easier to throw you away. How many of you all know that when you already have a record, they want to give you extra time? They want to give you extra penalties. When you already have a record, you will also negotiate in situations that you ain't got no business negotiating. They can pimp you and get you to plead to a lie. Or for some of you rats and snitches, you become a useful tool because they threaten you with your past to say, we want you to snitch for us. We want you to be a lookout for us. We want you to be a plant for us. Tell the truth. There are too many useful reasons why they endeavor to give you a record. But I digress. These Karens are the ones, family, because the overwhelming number of teachers tend to be white women. See, you guys are missing how dangerous they are. The Karens and the Beckys do their most diabolical work. Are y'all ready for this? I bet you if I let you all guess, you would guess. In schools. Excuse me. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Give me a sip of tea. I said the Karens are most dangerous as school teachers. They are the most dangerous because you think they're safe. The people, most of you, wouldn't think that the ones who teach you your ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. You don't connect the dots that it's mostly white women that are the ones that are the first ones to say, Jamal is uncontrollable. He fidgets in class. So put him in special ed. Jamal got a lot of energy, run around and stuff all the time. So I think he needs to be on Ritalin. I'm not a doctor or anything, but I'm the teacher, so I'm going to refer him. She calls mama and tells your mama, and mama, you ain't there with, 30, 40 hours a week. She tell you this and you just believe her. Some of you are, without asking any questions. Well, your son Jamal has been running around in class and blah, 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 and it's impossible. And we believe that there's something deeper going on where he has a mental illness. That happened with one of my siblings. My mother's not like me. My mother, she doesn't go on and on and on, and she's not going to, make you feel like you're in a court of law, on the porch. God, to tell you something. That ain't my mama's energy. But my mama was so wise with how they was doing one of my siblings. My mother's passivity was a weapon. God, that day. Somebody talk black to me. Keith, he said, you better drop the hammer with that knowledge. That's for you, Keith, and I bless your gift 1,000-fold. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Some of y'all don't understand the different gifts that our loved ones have. See, my mama, she don't act like I act. She don't move like I would move, right? But her passivity on some stuff, her quietness, you see what I'm saying? She didn't move fast enough. She didn't go to freaking, oh, Lord, are you saying see, that right there was my mama didn't know she was being, I don't think she realized how powerful she was at that moment. But her not moving with the quickness, you feel what I'm saying, didn't exacerbate. You feel me? Even if you don't even know what Karen is scheming. Did you all know that a lot of the schools get extra money when their little Karen teachers refer as many students as possible for those drugs? Do you all know that when they have a lot more special ed students and stuff, the school gets more funding? Have you heard of the little phrase, school to prison pipeline? Y'all play too much. How many of you all heard the phrase school to prison pipeline? Because they start to make your record while you what? When do they start to make your record, family? Even while you're still in school. And 9 times out of 10, it's that Becky teacher that says that you did something that made her afraid and that starts your record and has the police called on you. These are not innocent individuals. These are folk that are very, very dangerous. And aside from that, if that wasn't enough, all of that I just said about the school Karen teachers, at the same time, they are miseducating you. At the same time, they are lying to you about American history and teaching you about white supremacy. Watch this in the most formidable years of your life when you're most impressionable. And when you say something that can refute that or that makes what they say appears to be propaganda, I'm so glad you got your calendar. I bless your gift 1,000-fold. She knows that you're young. She knows that she's considered to be like a fiduciary, a trusted source. And so if the teacher tells you that you're having the wrong train of thinking about a topic, she could help misdirect you and keep leading you, training you, programming you, conditioning you to submit to white supremacy. And she helps to destroy the black greatness in you. They're dangerous. And the problem is some of y'all like, I bring the teachers cookies and stuff. I bring them little Valentine's Day gifts and stuff. That's the reason why some of you don't recognize that enemy. That's the reason why if you're not able to fully educate your own child at home, get a digital program. There are plenty of homeschool programs that they say that's out there now, family, that makes it more feasible for you to train and to teach your child at home. Family, even if you don't have all the information to know everything, there's so many digital programs out there, family, that you can plug your babies into. But if you can't do all that, it's your job to debrief your baby when they get home. It's your job to still teach them. You take them to Black museums and stuff. You sit down and watch a good Black documentary with them, and then after it's over, talk about it and discuss it. That's still your job. The greatest and most precious resource in Black society are our babies. And we give them over without thinking twice about it. And some of you are so excited to get rid of them because some of you are working so hard. Your families are not where they need to be. There's not a parent that's at home to actually watch the child like we would want them to. I bless your gifts 1,000-fold. Some of you see them as a babysitter. You see them as where they can get lunch and breakfast, and you can have a few hours away and just your breathing time. And I'm just trying to tell you it's dangerous. I said I'm trying to tell you it's dangerous. And I said this before, some of y'all don't even like y'all kids. I mean, my mama used to always make it clear to us, one day, I'm going to go on a vacation and not tell y'all. She made it clear sometimes she needed a break from us. But my mama loved us. So don't blame me. My mama didn't make us feel like we was a curse from God. Some of y'all don't even like y'all kids. Y'all can't stand them little kids. And the thing about it is because you're not spiritual, you're not spiritually conscious like you should be, your babies are picking up that energy. And they're acting out because it ain't just what you say. And some of y'all say some crazy stuff. I wasn't raised with no family where my mama cussed us out. Grandmama and them talking crazy. Y'all different nowadays. These people nowadays, y'all some different kind of people. My folks wasn't in nobody's house talking about you MF or you F, you B, you dumb A, I don't know nothing about all that like that. We had some issues in my house, let's be clear. We had some hiccups, but it wasn't none of that. Some of y'all just be creating stuff. Y'all don't even like y'all kids. Be cussing them out, talking crazy. I mean, oh my God. Immoral, no patience, no religious or spiritual guidance. What are y'all doing? Y'all don't even like y'all kids. That's crazy. Some of you are some disgusting, foul-mouthed ratchets. I'm just keeping it real. You are shaping what could be the biggest blessing of your life. I didn't know mamas call their kids bees. This new. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm new. This new. I didn't know that mamas did that like that. I didn't know that. Like I said, my folks didn't have it all together. But guess what? My mama showed up to school. She was involved. My granddaddy. Do you know? Because it was a bunch of us kids. So when you had the PTA meetings, it was all on the same night. It don't matter what grade you in. Some of us was in high school, middle school. So granddaddy would show up to some of the other PTAs while mama was knocking out the other three. When she could and stuff, they showed up to my, when I was on stage and stuff and my little shows and in theater and stuff. I'm just, that was little simple stuff that made a big difference. They told you yes sometimes. And then there was sometimes you was told no. And then my mama never was like, oh my God, I told her no. And I'm just wondering what Justin is going to do and what Renee going to do it because I told him no. And I just want her to understand that I didn't mean nothing about telling her no, but I'm looking out for mamas and then grandmamas and then y'all be sitting up here still freaking out about telling them knuckleheads no. some, y'all knew. All y'all, this is all this that's going on around is new. I saw a young lady, she had a couple kids. She had a bunch of babies right after the other. And when she was in the hospital, she was saying, oh my God, like I don't know how the girls are gonna feel when I bring the newborn home, because I don't know if they're gonna accept her. I don't know if they're feel like I'm rejecting them. I was like, lady, just talk to the kids and stuff and just let them work it out and play with them together. Say, this your little sister. Just take it one day at a time. Y'all, I don't know I'm confused. I never knew that mamas call they little girls bees. And those of y'all who do too much be so worried about telling your kids no. I'm just confused. I'm sorry. I know I'm supposed to be talking about LeBron James, but I don't know why Spirit will let me. But y'all doing, it's not even that deep. Y'all tearing up and messing up the babies and stuff. Some stuff you supposed to explain, but some stuff your child gets power when you don't explain it. So I don't like that breeded a lot of frustration. People tell me, Vicky, you are so wise. You are so, honey. My mama didn't. She told you what you could. She told you what she could. She helped me get the resources. When I first found out that Egypt was in Africa too, my mama bought me a book when I was a little girl called Egypt is in Africa too. I learned about ISIS when I was a little girl like that because of the resources my mama gave. I was a teacher when I was a little girl because for Christmas, I got a big old chalkboard. That was the best gift. I didn't want no car. As a little girl, them little plastic cars, didn't want no cooking set. I wanted a chalkboard. And honey, the whole world. It was a new world I was in. My mama had that big chalkboard ready for me. And she answered as much as she could, gave me as many resources. She'll tell me what point she couldn't answer. And grandmama and granddaddy and them, guess what? You finna go work it out on your own. But it's all black to me. I don't know who y'all are. The people, I don't know where I mean, it's like I'm on a whole nother planet. And stuff. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Like and share. Don't forget to sign up for clubvicky.com. I'm conducting my mastermind tomorrow night, Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Clubvicky.com. Join for $1 where I drop a spiritual jewel. I elaborate on it. We stay there for just about an hour. And you have access to me to answer questions. But don't get discouraged. If you're not available, I need to really make this clear. If you're not available on Wednesday nights to have direct access to me, guess what? You still have access to clubvicky.com and all of my teachings shortly thereafter because they upload it right. They upload all of my teachings. So even if you can't be there Wednesday night, you'll still get the teachings. Join today, clubvicky.com. So many people have been blessed by it. They're literally experiencing major manifestations and testimonies in their lives, in their families, in their businesses, in their thinking. Clubvicky.com. Let me get on back to LeBron. I mean, I really took a detour. Y'all forgive me, but I don't know why I needed to say that to somebody. But y'all please quit messing up y'all's kids' lives like that. Watch this. Here we go. Y'all saw that from LeBron, right? This Becky. Let me give you the background again. What happened? This Courtside Karen, by the way, her name is Juliana Carlos. Juliana Carlos, I see you, my Tahuti, talking about the mastermind. I see some of our mastermind students in here. I love y'all. Juliana Carlos is her name. She says, in fact, forget what she said. Watch this clip. This her. What is that? Hold on. Here she go. Look at her. She's 25 years of age, y'all. She's man-made.
Just got kicked out of the game for talking shit to LeBron James, for talking shit to my fucking husband. This is such fucking bullshit. Listen, let me tell you. LeBron James looked at my husband during the game and cussed him out. And I stood up and I go, "Don't fucking talk to my husband. Talk to my husband one more time and I will fuck you up." And he started fighting and he goes, "Shut your mouth, dumb bitch." And I go, "You shut your fucking mouth, bitch." Just got kicked out of the game for talking shit to LeBron James.
And I should have gave you all the heads up, especially if you have children, and how disgusting her mouth is. That's how some of y'all talk to y'all kids, just like that. Watch this. How disgusting she is. Now I want you to listen a little bit again to what her funny looking self said that she told LeBron. Now she claims that he called her all kinds of bees. I don't know about that. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But when you acting as an enemy, honey, I don't put you in the same. I don't believe in any man disrespecting a woman, calling me out my name. But I can't speak for what Miss Carlos says. So, honey, the same rules don't apply. I'm just gonna leave it at that. So I don't even know if that's true. We can't even take her word for nothing. But I want you to focus on what she said. She said. I want you to watch what I just said. I said I want you to focus on what she said. She said, right? Listen.
For talking shit to my fucking husband. This is such fucking bullshit. Listen, let me.
The lid from this thing is all on this phone. I was trying to.
During the game.
Watch.
This is such fucking bullshit. Listen, let me tell you. LeBron James looked at my husband during the game and cussed him out. And I stood up and I go, "Don't fucking talk to my husband one more time and I will fuck you up." And he started fighting and he goes, "Shut your mouth."
Did you all hear what she just said? She said that LeBron James cussed out her husband. And she jumped to his defense and told him that she was going to F him up. Now, is it just me? Or was that a threat? If LeBron did cuss out her husband, let's make this make sense. Now, first of all, we already know that the devil is a liar, right? We already don't. We have no reason to automatically believe 100% her side of the story. But just based on what she's saying, she said that LeBron cussed out her husband. How many of you all, does anybody know why out of nowhere and for no reason, if that's true that LeBron cussed out her husband, why would LeBron for no reason start talking crazy to her husband? Let's start there. That's right, Vicky Dillon fan page that says that's grown men business. That's exactly what it was. Sit your funny looking self down. I'm going to tell y'all what it's about in just a second. If it's true that LeBron cussed out her husband, why would he just for no reason do that if he did, y'all? That's number one. So what racist or disrespectful or threatening thing did your husband say that instigated the situation? That's number one. That's if it's even true. Number two, regardless if LeBron was talking to another male and having words, you injected yourself into grown men's business. I mean, we can for sure speak that LeBron is that. You involved yourself in a situation involving men. And when you injected yourself in the situation, you didn't just cuss LeBron out. What else did she say? You told him, "I will F you up." Y'all heard it with your own ears, didn't you? You got it. Somebody say hashtag MYOWB. Some of y'all may not know what that is. It's been a couple, 3 days since I've used that phrase. It's been a couple, 3 days since we've used the phrase hashtag MYOWB. MYOWB. Juliana? What we've come to know as a people in this country before this was even formally America, we were here. We understand that you guys have so much going on in your community. Say, for example, the most recent example is all those crazy terrorists that showed up January 6th and tried to kill and murder and assassinate people and left improvised explosives and all this. You got a lot going on in your community. So we want to advise you to mind your own white business. But watch this. You jumped up and we got the recording where you told him, I'm going to F you up. So it sounds to me, shout out to LeBron and them, and they kicked you out of these people's Coliseum. And then when you did it, watch this, y'all. She took off her mask. It seems to me charges ought to be brought. Why are there not charges being brought against, what's her name? Juliana Carlos, for telling this man, she made a physical threat. She says, I'm going to F you up. I'm asking, why does that not constitute some charges? Can you imagine if LeBron literally actually said that, or some other black man told a white woman, I'm going to F you up? Shout out to you for your gift, beloved. I bless your gift 1,000-fold. What would have happened? But nobody takes this quote unquote soft terrorist seriously. Watch this. Let's keep going. Keep liking and sharing, family. On the count of 3, for those of you that haven't, please hit that thumbs up button, would you? 1, 2, 3. Thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up.
Dumb bitch. And I go, you shut your fucking...
Listen,
my husband.
Again, if you have children, beware. For the next couple of seconds, I'm going to play a little bit more, and then I'm going to be done with this foul mouth, man-made creation by the name of Juliana.
During the game and cussed him out, and I stood up and I go, don't fucking talk to my husband. Talk to my husband one more time and I will fuck you up. And he started fighting and he goes, shut your mouth, dumb bitch. And I go, you shut your fucking mouth, bitch.
Wow.
Just got kicked out of the game.
Now watch this. I think this might be another part that I want you to listen to. So this is a follow-up video that she did.
Minding my own business. And
here she goes. She's still trying to make excuses. This was a follow-up video. I'm going to give you the latest. The latest is she tried to apologize. I told y'all earlier that I have her apology because I went to her funny-looking Instagram page. She worried about getting sued and some charges. I think all of us right now need to be calling for charges, criminal charges, to be filed for making this public threat.
Hawks fan forever. He's been watching the games for 10 years, whatever. He has this issue with LeBron. I don't have an issue with LeBron. I don't give a fuck about LeBron. Anyway, I'm minding my own business, drinking my having fun. All of a sudden, LeBron says something to my husband. And I see this and I go, I stand up and go, don't fucking talk to my husband. And he looks at me and he goes,
I'm sorry, y'all. Now, Vicky, let him listen to it. Let him listen.
Sit the fuck down, bitch. And I go, don't fucking call me a bitch. You get the fuck out of here. And I go, don't fucking talk to my husband like that. Don't talk to my husband. And he literally was like, fuck you, bitch. Sit down, bitch. And all of a sudden, now I'm getting kicked out. Excuse me, I have courtside seats that I pay for. Fuck you, LeBron. You're a fucking pussy. Get the fuck out of here. You're going to let a 25-year-old girl intimidate you during a game? Bye, bitch. Yo, I truly cannot fathom how whack.
Now, I need you guys to really understand this. First of all, let's start with the optics. What do you mean? Let's start with what this looks like. This is what I posted on my Instagram page. Again, follow me on Instagram at Vicky X Dillard. Now, look at LeBron. He looks like textbook black masculinity, doesn't he, family? A specimen of a man, right? And not just a black man, but the original man. Somebody talk black to me. Then you got whatever this is. But I want you to pay attention to how she's talking about this athletic god, an international legend. I want you to listen like she's talking about somebody she went to middle school with. Are y'all catching that? I don't want you guys to miss the optics, and I don't want you to miss the white privilege and what's really going on here. She is talking and treating this international legend, this icon, this athletic god like this is some little kid that she went to middle school with. That in and of itself, y'all know I don't play about that. I told y'all, Jane Elliott and them, and all of the Caucasians that you all let, Killer Mike, T.I., Rolling, all y'all that's in love with Jane Elliott, the white lady that goes around talking about racism, but as soon as you talking about reparations, she start getting hostile toward black people. You guys get real excited. You let all these white people to the barbecue for absolutely no reason and to have nearness to whiteness and talk about how she's great and she's a this and she's a that. The same reason when I let Jane Elliott have it, when we exposed her and how she acted concerning reparations for black people. There's a protocol when you are addressing black people. I don't play like that. There's a protocol. I told you, when you are sending an email requesting to talk to us, you need to be in your tux. While you were writing the email in hopes that it would even get through to our assistant, you need to be freshly bathed and shaved. Your car needs to be detailed. God, say that. Somebody talk black to me. There's a protocol when you deal with us. See, family, you all are so used to being excited by being in the presence of your open enemy. You get tickled and you start giggling. There's a protocol. Did you have your hair appointment? Did you just visit your barber? There's a protocol when you emailing us, texting us. You got to understand, black family, your value. And stop just letting any and everybody come up on you and roll up on you. Thumbs up, like and share. Listen to her follow-up video and how crazy she sounds.
So I'm minding my own business, and Chris has been a Hawks fan forever. He's been watching the games for 10 years, whatever. He has this issue with LeBron. I don't have an issue with LeBron. I don't give a fuck.
Now, right there, when she said that he has an issue with LeBron, doesn't this follow-up video tell you who very likely started this drama? If it's true that LeBron, quote unquote, cussed him out, or if LeBron addressed him, she just told you her husband has been what kind of fan for 10 years?
He has this issue with LeBron. So I'm minding my own business, and Chris has been a Hawks fan forever. He's been watching the games for 10 years. Whatever.
He's a Hawks fan for 10 years.
He has this issue with LeBron.
She said he has an issue with LeBron. Thank you for this incriminating video. These criminal charges are getting ready to be filed against you. Somebody thank Becky with her unthinking self. You telling on your husband. Mind you, he's 60 and she's 25, based on the research I did, family. And she's talking like he's been a Hawks fan. He has an issue with LeBron. She thinks that because they can afford tickets for the floor, that makes her buddy with LeBron and him. Did y'all hear what I said? She thinks that because they can afford to see a black man jump, she thinks that she's equal. They feel because they got some money and they're rich, that's what levels the playing field with them and LeBron. So because she's within proximity, she's got court seats, floor seats. He has a problem with LeBron as if they buddies. Do you all see it? How the irrationality of white supremacy? Do you all see the white privilege going on? And some of y'all let him get away with it.
Finish with LeBron. I don't give a fuck about LeBron. Anyway, I'm minding my own business, drinking my having fun. All of a sudden, LeBron says something to my husband, and I see this, and I stand up and go, "Don't fucking talk to my husband." And he looks at me and he goes, "Sit the fuck down, bitch." And I go, "Don't fucking call me a bitch. You get the fuck out of here." And I go, "Don't fucking talk to my husband like that. Don't talk to my husband." And he literally was like, "Fuck you, bitch. Sit down, bitch." And all of a sudden, now I'm getting kicked out. Excuse me, I have courtside seats that I pay for. Fuck you, LeBron. You're fucking...
Okay, excuse me, I have courtside seats that I paid for, so girl, you all that can be bought by the white supremacists, you're the reason why this woman is even in existence and thinks that she can actually say this. She sat up there and said, because she bought courtside, because you bought the tickets, you think you one of the owners. You think you own LeBron now. Somebody just said they don't believe LeBron said it. I told you, if she's even telling the truth, if he did, I ain't even, come on. I don't believe in a man disrespecting a woman, but you got to qualify as a woman. And certainly dealing with a black woman to do different kind of metrics and calculations. You see what I'm saying?
Pussy, get the fuck out of here. You're gonna let a 25-year-old girl intimidate you during a game? Bye, bitch.
That's the other part that ticked me off. She thinks she's so powerful that she goes so far as to say she feels that she actually intimidated LeBron James. Family, this is about true warfare. But here you have black masculinity versus white femininity, fragility. So think about this. She's trying to challenge what some would say would appear to be the specimen of the original man, the black man, black masculinity. Thank you, Eric. God bless your gift, and thank you for your kind words. Black masculinity, known all over the world, an athletic god, a cultural force. And this white, feminine, fragile, created thing created this controversy and is challenging this man. Are y'all understanding this? This is where and how the anti-black racist war has devolved into, where the woman, the white female, thinks, I got this. What makes her think that she can talk crazy to someone of this stature, a black man, period? I said a black man, period. But especially and particularly in this case. Could it be because she watched Van Jones? Y'all play too much. By the way, while I'm thinking about it, if some of you all have customer service questions, about Fly Nubian Queen, you want to email producer@flynubianmedia.com. I'm one that's connected as a partner with Fly Nubian Queen, but I am not the network in and of myself. So go to producer@flynubianmedia.com. It may take them a few days to get to you because it's a large network, but they will respond. Producer@flynubianmedia.com. Listen, I want you to understand this funny looking girl, this little girl, has been probably watching CNN and watching every time she flips on the channel, she sees a big, black, heavily melanated man, black man, but he keeps breaking down crying. She probably watched Bakari Sellers on that same network, black lawyer, break down crying so hard he couldn't even get the next words out of his mouth. He was dry heaving while he was crying. Y'all doing that got Becky and them thinking she don't even need a man. Not only need her man, she is actually telling her man, I got this. I got big old 10-foot, 300-pound LeBron. I got this. Do you all see how people can get stuff misconstrued like that? Like she is not even letting her man be a man and handle it. She told her man, I got this. She told LeBron, I will F you up. Do you all understand Terry Crews? Family, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Don't forget, join clubvicky.com, my weekly mastermind, clubvicky.com, my weekly mastermind. And be sure to follow me on Instagram at Vicky X Dillard. Follow me on Instagram at Vicky X Dillard. How many of y'all know Terry Crews, right? Who's Terry Crews? Here go Terry Crews. Here's a picture of Terry Crews. Big masculine black man, right? Here's Terry Crews. Watch this. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, like and share, family. I want you to look at this picture. Here's Terry Crews. But here's also Terry Crews. Y'all play too much. This is also Terry Crews. So when she's been bombarded by even the strongest and biggest, and don't forget the story of Terry Crews. Y'all know I've done shows on Terry. Remember Terry Crews was at an event with his woman, with his wife, and this white man. Because y'all know big old Terry Crews be in them dresses. That it throws off people, the mixed signals. You got Becky telling her man, stand down, I got this, I can take him. Do y'all understand what's happening? Terry Crews was at an event with his wife. Terry Crews, one of the executives that worked for Terry Crews, white man, a white Hollywood executive of some sort, sexually assaulted Terry Crews, assaulted him, grabbed Terry's package. And the only thing that Terry did was push him. The man still has his teeth. They're not veneers. They're not dentures. What is the other stuff that you do when you get them teeth installed? What's those other teeth type of dental work that you get and they screw in or something like that? It ain't none of that. The man has his teeth. He got his own teeth. Terry Crews was sexually assaulted by a white man and didn't defend himself and let implants. Thank y'all. It wasn't no implants. The man didn't have to get no new implants. He didn't need no dentures. He didn't eat veneers. The man left there with whatever was in his mouth. Terry Crews later he had the nerve to try to testify before Congress and said he had the nerve to get choked up in front of all them white people like that, like this white man, that you got muscles to defend that's a waste of muscle. Brothers, y'all know I've said this so many times, and I mean this. There are certain gifts that you're born with. Being born with the muscles was the stuff to shut down your enemy. This is to assist you. You did not flex and utilize those muscles to prevent this man from sexually assaulting you while your woman was in the same place. Again, when white women see the biggest of the big, the blackest of the black, the strongest of the strong, the most visible, famous, and rich of y'all putting dresses on and crying. Y'all know I believe in the man crying. I believe in the man being emotional with your woman at home. But when you are dealing with the white supremacists, it can't be every time you out there talking about white supremacy, you breaking down in this war like that. I'm trying to say, if you got a wife and some kids and you're responsible for your family and your community, what is the wife and the kids supposed to be doing when you down and breaking down? You breaking down and butt broken. What are we supposed to do? Why? And you standing there in the face of our open enemy and you break down. What? I'm just saying, I believe that you're supposed to be vulnerable with your woman at home in the face of your. See, some of y'all, you men, you cry like that because you ain't working out enough at the gym. See, you supposed to be doing martial arts, defense tactics, so that you can defend your family. That just shows that you're not at the gym like you're supposed to, so that you can be defending. So you got to be prepared and plan these kinds of things. That helps you. You're in a world where through your food, through your water, through air, through programming, through media, you're made to be weakened. So because you know that they're making you to be weak and to be fearful, you've got to do things to combat that, family. I'm not being funny right now, for real, brothers. The thing that stops you from being fearful, brothers, when you need to rise up like a lion, is you need to prepare. You need to train. Somebody say train. It's not just making fun of you, brothers. I'm saying we're in a world. How many shows have I done where I've told you that with the stuff that they're putting in your drugs and your weed and all that kind of stuff to make you docile? The thing that combats the fear, whether it's economic, protection-wise, defense-wise, is you need to be training, bruh. So that you can get your muscle memory going. So when it's time, when the thing goes down, you don't even have to think twice about it and let fear enter. And when fear enters, you stalled and you just let your woman and your family and your children be a prey. Train. You need to be in somebody's gym. You need to have your plan economically for them. That's what stops you from being unnecessarily fearful. Watch this. And does that mean, bro, that when things happen and you're responsible for being the leader, that there's not going to be butterflies or something that you're in your stomach? No. You still may feel that, but you still act like a man. And you press through regardless. You do the right thing even when you are afraid. That's a man. Nobody doesn't believe that you don't have the capacity to have emotions and to be fearful. We're saying that you can train yourself to do the right thing even when you are. And when a man does that, I'm trying to help you today. When a man rises up in the most adverse circumstances and situations, even when you're not sure of every single thing, but you've done the best you could to plan, to train, and to be a leader, your woman will have mad respect for you. And can I tell you something? Y'all don't understand how this work. He that finds a wife finds a good thing and obtain favor from the Lord. The favor that comes with the woman. Even when you at first feel a little fearful, the way the woman gone, her energy, baby, when she see you rise up, even when you got a little fear, and you doing what you ought to do, and you follow through, you don't stop at point 2 and you got to go to 10. You go all the way, baby. That energy we bring to the table, when we see you do that, it's going to kill off a lot of that you felt anyway. You going to go out there like Superman. First, come on. You going to bust up and tie up some stuff by the time we done. Somebody talk black to me. By the time we're done, our energy is going to affect yours, and you're not going to be shaking and quaking like that when you do the right thing, even when it's not easy. I saw, this was a long time ago. It was a video out. Thumbs up, family, like and share. Chancey McMorris. Thank you for your gift, Chancey. I support your work. Keep it coming. Thank you, brother. I bless your gift 1,000-fold. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. I saw a video. This is months ago. This black man was out there with his daughter, little girl. A big old dog. I don't know if it was a pit bull. It was something on that order. It was a big old, scary, crazy looking dog. The dog was going crazy, right? The man, when they was in the car, got out the car, the man who was there with his little girl, he didn't make sure that the little girl was secured. The man jumped on top. I lie not, y'all. Y'all know I ain't lying. Who saw that video? The man jumped on top of the car because he was scared of the dog, and let the little girl deal with it on her own while she's screaming and hollering. I think he was telling her to either get back or to get back in the car or something. He jumped on the car, left the little girl, his daughter. He left the little black girl unsecured while he was literally, no exaggeration, literally on top of the vehicle. The roof of the vehicle. That's what the man was on while his little girl was down there screaming and hollering. Bruh, y'all gotta be ready. Like, how that little 8-year-old, 9-year-old, however, she was younger, he didn't pull her up on the roof with him. The little girl is screaming. While daddy is safe and at a decent enough distance away from the animal, the dog, the little girl was out there struggling because daddy done jumped on top of the roof while the little girl was unsecured. Shout out to you for your gift. Oh my God, knock the heads all the way up against the wall, Queen. Speak, Lord. Thank you, beloved. And I bless your gift 1,000-fold. I'm not knocking the fact that we're in a world that intentionally, socially engineers you to be fearful. I'm saying it's your job to combat it. And I'm saying it's your job to provide and to think in advance. No, you may not think of every variable that you might go into, but brother, this is a person that takes your life and your family seriously enough to think through it. Who should be marrying you? Who should be having children when you don't take yourself, your family, your woman seriously enough to think through circumstances and situations and plan? You will plan on your job. You will make a business plan. Somebody talk black to me. You will fill out an application for a credit card, but you don't take your family life seriously enough to think through it for 30 minutes. We're at war. Shout out to you, Lorraine, for your $50 gift. I bless your gift 1,000-fold. Thumbs up, family. Family, don't forget to buy black. Check out our store at shopfnq.com. That's shopfnq.com. Don't forget, I'm here Monday through Friday, weekdays, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on Fly Nubian King. For those of you that are just coming in, my name is Vicky Dillard. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Vicky X Dillard. Follow me on Instagram at Vicky X Dillard. Follow me on Twitter at Dillard Vicky. Real quick, family. How many of you all, I know that was another side note, but I want y'all to know that. I'm trying to give you actionable information and things that you can do and to keep in mind. Watch this. How many of you all remember? How many of y'all know who Chad Wheeler is? And this is the opposite of what's going on with LeBron right now. Contrary to a strong black man that's dealing with a deranged Karen who tried to now apologize. She's apologizing because she knows that she needs to have charges. Meanwhile, who's this, family? While y'all sitting up here worshiping your little zaddies and stuff. Who's this fella? This Chad Wheeler. Do you all know what he's been in the news for lately? What has Chad been in the news for lately, family? This football player. What has he been? This is contrary. Keep in mind the optics of a big, strong, black, masculine man that is LeBron James and that little Caucasian, feminine, fragile, fragility that we're dealing with on the other issue. That's right. Somebody said Seahawks, boy. Yes. Okay, that's him. Does anybody know what connection your boy Chad has to do with this sister right here? That's right, Vicky Dillard fan page. Domestic violence. Look at this sister. Now, while y'all sitting up here saying, screw every black man, throw away every black man, forget about his circumstances and situation, and some of you sisters have the nerve to say that the solution to your problems with your man, now I ain't talking about no being an abusive man, I'm talking about black men in general. They tell you to give up on every black man. You done had 2 bad relationships in your life, so the whole world is horrible. They tell you to level up with a zaddy, don't they? They say, go get you a white man, girl. Oh, you mean the white man that made all my people and put my people in the condition that they in right now and destroyed my family? Oh, that's how I level up. I give up on every other black man. Well, this fella, watch this. This is what he did to his girlfriend, his black girlfriend. That's what the level up did. The famous white Seahawks football player. That's the level up, sis. That's the level up. And y'all know that ain't no one-off either. Watch this. Let me just give you the latest. This is contrary. Now think about the scene. Big black masculine black man with this nobody, nothing 25-year-old white fragilist Karen to dealing with another athlete, but a white athlete with a black girlfriend. What'd he do? I'm reading this article from Terry Shropshire. Of course, you all should know all about this by now. White football player was arrested and charged for allegedly beating and choking out his black girlfriend near Seattle on January 24th because she reportedly refused to bow to him. She refused to bow. Would y'all like to guess what the excuse was with the white boy, why he did this? Y'all know what it is. What do you think his excuse is for what he did? Watch this. Let me read more. Chad Wheeler reportedly ordered his woman to genuflect before him when she reportedly refused. The Chad fella, it says the 6'7", 310-pound Wheeler. White dude, 6'7", 310 pounds. Slammed the 5'9", 145-pound woman. That's a little woman. 5'9" is kind of, for her height, that's little. Beat her. Number one, it says Wheeler slammed the 5'9", 145-pound woman on the bed, beat her, and allegedly choked her until she lost consciousness. The wounds from the heinous crime are disturbing. Of course they are. You saw how quiet all of the white world and white media has been right about it. It says when the woman regained consciousness, she reportedly ran into the bathroom, locked the door with Wheeler allegedly saying, "Oh, you're still alive?" That's the level up. He said, "Oh, you're still alive." It says the unidentified black woman frantically called the police saying her boyfriend was, quote, killing her, the newspaper reports. By the time the local police raced to the scene, Wheeler had picked the lock and entered the bathroom. Officers heard high-pitched screams as they approached the apartment and busted into the domicile. They found Wheeler standing next to a bleeding woman in the bathroom. Wheeler, who reportedly suffers from bipolar disorder, but had not been taking his medication recently, was booked into King County Jail on suspicion of felony domestic violence. It says he was held on a $400,000 bail, blah, 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 blah. Now he comes out with his funny looking self. Contrary to, I just want you to look at this anti-black white supremacist war, how it happens on both sides. Watch this. Now I'm skipping to another article. This one says, NFL's Chad Wheeler, cops describe wild struggle to detain lineman. Taser had no effect. Y'all listen. This piece says it took 3 police officers to detain massive NFL lineman Chad Wheeler during a bloody domestic violence rampage at his girlfriend's apartment. And cops described the battle like they were trying to subdue a bear. According to multiple police reports, the Kent PD officers got a heads up that the suspect in the January 22nd incident was Seattle Hawks Chad Wheeler, who was listed as 6'7", 315 pounds. When they arrived at the scene and saw Chad's girlfriend was badly injured, the police said they raced to subdue the 27-year-old, despite the fact he fights off bigger and stronger men for a living. One cop said in the docs, "When I grabbed a hold of Chad, I could tell he was very solid and muscular as he was not easy to move." The officer said he began to understand the strength of Wheeler when all 3 responding cops piled on top of him and it barely slowed Wheeler down. All the 3 of us, with a combined weight of about 700 pounds, were on top of Chad. This is a quote from one of the officers. "I could feel him lifting his body up like he was pushing up to get away." Chad, whose massive size took up the whole length and width of the bathroom floor, was able to lift his body about 3 to 6 inches temporarily with what appeared to be little effort from him. Did the guns not work that day? Because y'all don't usually use tasers or 3 officers to subdue somebody black. You usually just pull out the gun. According to the police report, cops say Wheeler was not cooperative, so they used a taser in an effort to detain him, but it had little to no effect. So no guns was shot? When the taser don't work, I think that the police order is supposed to be the gun's supposed to be shot, especially when you see that he's just trying to kill somebody. Chad was so strong that even with the combined weight of 3 officers, he was able to move and prevent us from putting his arms behind his back. Guns, I thought, fix that, police. Ultimately, cops were able to take Wheeler into custody, but they said he was so big they were concerned he wouldn't fit in a standard police cruiser, so they called for the larger jail van to take him to the station. Wheeler was later arrested and hit with 3 criminal charges, including first-degree domestic violence over the incident. Now watch what his Twitter page says. Thumbs up real quick, family. We're almost done. Like and share. His Twitter page from a few days ago. This is what his tweet says. Y'all see? That's his Twitter page. Events over the weekend that transpired from a manic episode. I'm deeply sorry for the pain and suffering that I've caused to Aaliyah and her family. He goes on. I apologize profusely for the turmoil that I have caused to my family, teammates, fans, and those closest to me. The most important thing right now is that Aaliyah gets the care she needs and I get help. Both are happening. What you need help for if that was just a mental, what help do you need? It was just that you weren't taking your drugs for the last few days? No, baby. The help that you need is another black masculine man right now, is what I propose as the solution. If y'all catch my trend. It sounds like to me the help that you need, I don't know if Aaliyah has a daddy. I'm not sure. Where's Aaliyah's daddy? I'm not trying to throw nobody's family under the bus. I don't know what's going on, but it would be nice if Aaliyah did exactly the opposite of Miss Carlos, that white 25-year-old girl. Does Aaliyah have a daddy or some brothers? We need some black masculinity that doesn't have a pink tutu on and that cries on CNN every time the lights are on. The help that you need. What help are you talking about, Chad? Chad, you already said it was a manic episode, and some of the reports claim that you didn't take your medicine. We believe in different kinds of medicines. I believe that black masculinity in a righteous manner can cure diseases. How many of y'all believe with me black masculinity can cure diseases? I believe that. I believe black masculinity is an elixir for circumstances like that. But Chad, if Aaliyah didn't have a daddy and some brothers and some Ray-Rays and Pookie-Nims around, and I know y'all like to throw away all the Ray-Rays and Pookie-Nims, but let me tell you something real quick. I'm going to say this and I got to go. Thumbs up, like and share. Thumbs up, like and share. When I was in the belly of the beast all those years, fighting, appealing, making my case, believing for justice, while I was waiting, fighting and filing and blah, 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 I was in prison with some for real criminals. Some of them were white collar, but some of them was, for real criminals. And don't play with me. But some of the for real criminals knew that Vicky tries to be righteous and a lady and, was going to try to treat everybody like, okay, she understands manners and respect. But one sister that I ended up being very tight with, which shall remain nameless, she was a real for real. She was there on some real charges. For some real crimes. The one she got caught is the one that she ended up doing time for. And one of the things that she was trying to tell me, sis, I know you think that you can deal with this person like normal. That ain't gonna work. Listen, lady, I know, lady, I believe in being a lady. I believe in giving everybody an opportunity to be respectful, to use manners, to use their words. She would look at me like I was crazy. And there was some incidents I didn't know nothing about because stuff was just handled and I didn't even know stuff needed to be handled. It was just people was all of a sudden nice to me or something was going on good because behind the scenes, she was just handling stuff. And it was later. And one of the things that I was having, trying to break through with this knucklehead lady who appeared to be female. Crazy as the world is. I'm trying to talk, ma'am, please. That's just not. She said, blankety blank, blank, blank. If you don't blank. The lady, it was like she was, what's that movie? But it was robots. And when the robots, it was like somebody started to control her mind. And and then I didn't realize that when you done smoked out all of your brain cells, and this was, she was a big drug trafficker and some other stuff too. But she knew how to deal with some of them, and she knew those words don't trigger nothing in them. ma'am, stuff I was doing. She was like, that don't work. And I'm like, I'm the spiritual one. I know it can work. And then when I realized that when she was doing it her way for a season, how many of y'all know that sometimes you need the Pookie Ray Rays and that straight street to be around without you even triggering or saying nothing? Sometimes that has its place. Y'all hear me today? Y'all know I don't believe in violating the law and being righteous and stuff, but I'm just saying when I was in the belly of the beast, some kind of way spirit used some kind of way spirit used them to bless me. Y'all hear me today? That's what I'm trying to say. Sometimes when the rules and regulations and policies that you follow, you keep all the rules and regulations. But I'm saying not everybody follow the rules and regulations. And you can't do nothing about it. I tried to convince her to follow the rules and regulations. I tried to tell her, don't act like that. Don't be like that. Don't do that. Don't use your words. Don't use your hands. But then after, when there appears to be miracles in my life because of the invisible work that these real criminals was doing, I just was like, just God, I didn't, it's a miracle. And I didn't ask a bunch of questions and stuff. Didn't want to ask no details. I just kept trying to be a role model. Love y'all. I want y'all to see these soft targets and went out of control. They didn't lost their minds. But it's a new day. And we here for it, Karen, and we're going to keep exposing you. I got to get ready to go right now. Love y'all to pieces. Listen, re-listen if you came in late. Like, share, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at Vicky X Dillard. Follow me on Instagram at Vicky X Dillard. Follow me on Twitter at Dillard Vicky. Be sure to sign up for my mastermind, clubvicky.com. Text the word Queens to 31996 so that you're able to receive phone notifications. Do not miss a show. I'm here weekdays with the War Briefing, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I love you all so much. You are my bliss. I bow to you. I can't wait to see